But before I moved to Long Island and before I was getting into mischief, and my mother felt like she wanted to move me to a better environment so that I could have a better outcome with my behavior, I was being rudely influenced by this young man right here. So all the trouble that I was getting into, when my mother felt like she needed to get me out of Brooklyn, this was like the teacher of my troublemaking. Split Star is the dude that taught me how to put my hands up. Split Star was the dude that taught me how to get money the wrong way before we figured out how to get it the right way. This nigga right here taught me how to be a self-sufficient individual. Don't beg for no friendship, don't ask nobody for no handout, and find your way. This dude right here is responsible for that. This is my big homie. Everybody please make some noise for the CEO of Paper Rock Entertainment.
But y'all got Rakim, y'all got Public Enemy, y'all got Rock Marciano, y'all got EPMD.
De La Soul.
Y'all got De La Soul. You got some legends.
Doom. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll give that. Y'all don't have Buster though. Flappers, baby. All right? Peace, y'all. That's what's
up. MCs out there, you better stand clear. EPMD is a world premiere. From New York, straight talk. America's best. Cold Wild Long Island is where we rest.
It's like hip hop. We're from the golden era, you know, and we came up in a school where you didn't lip sync. You know, you believed in your art, and you know, to be a real b-boy, you had to always come correct. And now in today's time, it's kind of like different, like he says, it's like fast food rap. But it's very important also, like he said, for artists is just to keep doing what you do.
Make your hands clap.
EPMD. For a group, you know what I'm saying, they came out with their slow flow. You're talking about a group with 7 gold albums. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't see that nowadays.
Which is probably the equivalent to platinum nowadays, because...
Oh yeah, exactly,
you know,
exactly.
It's a different media now.
Yeah, exactly.
My man Chuck Chillout called me and E for our first show in the Star Ballroom in the Bronx. We was up there, Super Lover C, Casanova Rudd, you know what I'm saying, Biz Markie, and that was Eric and I first show.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And we could see the difference of the pace.
Okay.
Of how cats got down from Manhattan, cats got down from the Bronx. So we basically had to peak, play the song, and then after that, we caught our groove and knew what time it He moved to my neighborhood. And he used to live in a place called Regis Park where, you know what I'm saying, brothers used to get down over there.
No
His
doubt.
grandmother lived on another block. So if my brother was down there making music or whatever the case may be, he used to come by and we used to just sit on the step, watch him. He used to get down with K-Solo, Groove Be Chill, remember Gene Allen or whatever the case may be. So we was just there watching it. So I had a lot of ideas in the head, so then once we got older, 7 Minutes of Funk was always the jam that you threw on at the block party or whatever to get it going. So we went to my man Charlie Murata, looped that up. Then went to Manhattan, bust the hustle, but Eric was still in high school, so you know what I'm saying? But I was in college, so I used to come off from college, sign E out of school, say I was his brother, whatever, he had a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment or whatever, and then we went to Manhattan and hustled.
Wait a minute.
movement basically was more of a me and Eric movement at first. Parrish was like, I went to school, you know, in the same school that Eric went to. You know, he was a little bit older or whatever, but we still went to the same school. And Parrish was already out of school, excuse me, at the time. So Eric, you know, was a local rapper, and I always thought the kid was nice, you know what I'm saying? And he needed a DJ, you know, like when he went and battled other cats at house parties, and I was doing most of the house parties at the time. It was myself and DJ 45, formerly known as Caleb Boss, who I like because he reinvented himself too. So props to that. That's what's really good. But me and 45 pretty much were doing all of the house parties around the Brentwood, Central Islip, Bayshore, you know, CI. I said CI already, but like, you know, in that Deer Park area. And Eric Sermon, aka the E-Double, was battling a lot of rappers and eating up a lot of rappers at those parties. So I basically became his DJ through doing that, like the house party thing. And it just came to the point where I was the DJ. You know, I would dig through the crates and kind of find the samples and the loops and stuff, and then we work on stuff in my basement.
Long Island, make some motherfucking noise. Let me take it back to 1988 for all my hardcore niggas.
So Parrish, you know, I met him through Eric. He had the idea. He was like, yo, you know, let's go and cut a record. Let's go up in the studio. He had already did a record called The Facts of Life with his older brothers, so he kind of knew how it went down. So basically, Parrish handled the business, which he was known for, you know what I'm saying? And me and Eric kind of like really produced the tracks and got the music right. So our first experience was we went up in the studio with a very known engineer today called Charlie Murata, and our demo consisted of It's My Thing and You're a Customer. And Parrish had to hook up a sleeping bag. He took those records up there, and it was a wrap. And then we went back in and we produced Strictly Business, You Got to Chill, and you know the rest of the story goes on from there. One of them it changed the face of rap actually. You know,
it did.
Just that style with Eric with the lazy slur and the samples that I picked to use. Yeah, I can't really even say I was a producer back then. I was just a kid who knew what record was dope. I guess, you know, whatever, but I wasn't like tapping out the beats myself, but I was picking and choosing the samples and how to place them, you know what I mean? So I guess I was adding that main ingredient to the group. Not to downplay anything or over, you know, expound on it. I just got to keep it truthful. Those records, It's My Thing, You a Customer, Strictly Business, and You Got to Chill, changed music in 87, 88.
Definitely.
You got to chill, 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 chill. Throw your hands in the air. I want everybody just jump here. We're ready to work with it. Nobody say, oh yeah, oh yeah. Speak up, and you're ready to serve it. They drop that shit.
Relax your mind, let your cost be free. Get down to the sounds of your PMD. But we should keep quiet while the MC rap. And if you're tired, then go take a nap. I'll stay awake and watch the show I take. Because right now, I'm about to shake and play. The B-I-C-K is my name, I spell. They told the clientele, yo, I'm not an MC who talking all that junk. About who give me who, it sound like a song. I just get down and I go for mine. Step check 1, 2, around.
Ready on this yet. started with EPMD, what it was that I used to do the parties when I was in high school. So when I was in school, people were hiring me and my crew, Freeze Force, for the parties. So I graduated, and Diamond J was doing parties also. Excuse me. So when I left, he was doing a lot of parties too. I mean, he was doing parties when I was doing parties. We all, this was what we did. So when I was gone, he was doing the parties at school, and then I don't know what had happened. He was linked with them, and then they had hit me up and was like, yo, let's do this. And I was working. I was like out of school working with my dad, and I got the phone call. I'm listening to their stuff on the radio and being like, damn, I wish they would have called me. And then they called me. So that was my foot in the door. And dude, just crazy, man. Let me tell you, if you stay in your same where you live or where you come from or whatever, like that's why I always suggest like all my kids going away to college and all that, because you need to go out somewhere else and see how the other world live, the other part of the world lives, because it just makes you become this, you can become anything, and you realize it when you start traveling and when you start seeing how other people do it, and it almost like builds your confidence and makes you really go out and get what you want.
When I did my EPMD, I have a lot of unreleased shit, but it's like they ain't gonna know it. So it's like you gotta drop the shit in that is gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Bless them with that shit that's in like, oh yeah, and then out of nowhere you fuck them up with one of them joints like, oh shit, I never heard this. And then out of nowhere, boom, come back with the old school shit again. Because that's what basically those best stuffs are. Like I see the conflict, the conversations I'm mixing, I'm rapping all the time about what exactly is the best stuff, and that's what it is. I mean, certain niggas want to do best of the all unreleased. J Love can get away with that.
Put sides up, Strong Island in this motherfucker. Strong Island, make noise, come on, Strong Island.
Peace signs up, peace signs up.
That's what's up. Here we go, y'all. Yo, how many motherfuckers in here know what time it is for the sharpshooters? Maintain, born son, Big Chuck, my motherfucking man Cannabis, homegirl Glock. We about to set it on you niggas, man. One more time, man. Yo, here we G-O, peep the F-L-O-W. So I'ma spell it slow so you can K-N-O-W. The T-I-M-E-I-T-I-S is. I get biz like Biz Markie did. When we were KID, kids in the hood, I was ripping the rhyme, doing everything I could and should swiftly go all out, so bring the ball out. We'll see who be the first to fall out. I'm from C-I-L-I-F-L-Y, like a B-I-R-T in the S-K-Y. You know the deal, see I don't fucking sleep for real. Niggas know my hands stay on the steel. I'm quick with the ammo, so please come equipped. I squeeze the trigger to reload more than the clip. These motherfuckers can't handle. Mike's a vandal, handle sheds a light like a candle. Alright, y'all, yeah. 1, 2. Turn my mic up. Stay alive. Oh, baby, you say what? I did a lot. I can't eat. Oh, baby, you say what? A little lot. One time. Lord, I say what? You say what? A little lot. You know the word, sing along. A little lot. Everybody in 1, 2, 3, and you got what I need. But you say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you say what? Got what I need. But you say he's just a friend. But you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. But you say he's just a friend. Are you saying he's just a friend? Make the music.
Back when I was younger, I was always a class clown, so my nickname was Markie. And my nickname was Markie. So, and I was always a busybody getting in trouble in school, so I put Biz with Markie. And at that time, my favorite rapper was Biz B. Starsky, so I said, my name is Biz B. Markie. Then after that, you know, I just changed Biz Markie.
What made you start beatboxing and singing on your hooks? I think he was like one of the first ones to originate that. What made you go with that idea and run with it?
I just watched how to make a record, and I thought that that would be the best way to make a record. So, you know, I've been beatboxing since I was a little kid, so it's always a dispute between me and Dougie as being one of the first beatboxers. But ever since I was younger, I always been beatboxing. So that's how it happened.
What's up?
When I was I don't know, I said about 10 or 11 years old, I used to live on Noble Street, which is a famous street in the town of Brentwood, because Biz rapped about it on the song, and the song was called The Vapors when he said, "Do you remember me from Noble Street, Chief?" And it was, it's a pretty famous block. A lot of hip hop was came off of, the block or the local area around that block. When I was like 10 or 11, Biz would always come down the street to my house, because he was older than me. He's like my older brother. He would always come down the street, down to my crib, and he would always have the tapes of what cats was doing, like uptown and in the Bronx, and exposing me to a hip hop culture that we didn't really have out here at the time. I mean, Biz was coming with tapes of Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, like Treat Her Like a Prostitute before it was ever a record. Like The Show and Lottie Dottie, when they was just routines, when they was doing them in the park, when Doug was beatboxing and Rick was just rhyming. And he was like, yo, this is what it is. Biz got me tapes of the Force MCs before they were the Force MDs and the Cold Crush Brothers. And every time it was a cassette tape, y'all. There ain't no CD. It was the old school cassette tapes. And I played those tapes until they popped. And I was like, yo, man, this hip hop thing was crazy. And then, after that, I gotta give a shout out to my older brothers, DJ Greg G and DJ Maniac. They were actually DJs themselves, and they brought me to parks up in the Bronx where I got to see Grand Wizard Theodore live. You know what I'm saying? And Cutmaster DST live, and Master Don and Grandmaster Flash live. But I gotta say Biz, man, because Biz let me experience what was going on outside of Brentwood. And then what we did was we took the knowledge that we learned up in the Bronx, Harlem, or wherever it was, and then we brought it back to Long Island and flipped it our way. That's what I love about Long Island. We got our own hip hop culture out here. You know what I'm saying? We all interconnected in the world with hip hop, but different, demographics have a different spin on how they do it. And I think we do it our own way, and we do it very well.
What inspired me to make it into the rap game is because in New York, if you wasn't from the Bronx or Manhattan, you wasn't getting no type of respect.
Rap is the light. It really is. It really is, dog, from the first time I heard it. From the first time I heard it, and all of a sudden, rap is the light, and, I could break it down. Message, the White Lines, fucking... All the Sugar Hill records, then it went from Jimmy Spicer and Super Rhymes, all them Planet Rock, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. But I've always loved music. It was just the fact that rap shit just turned me on, and I remember just going to my man's house one day. This older cat had some turntables or whatever. He was cutting back and forth, big beat. And I was like, what the fuck? I need to do this, you know what I'm saying? And it just happened. Got that was the summer of '84. Got myself some turntables and pressed my mom for Christmas, and it's been on ever since.
Yeah.